Here at Davis Autosports, we're very excited to offer you this absolutely gorgeous 1996 Chevrolet two-door Tahoe four-wheel drive. Here at Davis Autosports, we love these two-door Tahoes. We went through this vehicle and did a mini restoration, if you will. I'll get into more of those details here shortly, but this first portion of the video, we'll go ahead and do a walk around of the truck so you can see the overall bones. Factory LT truck, loaded up with the factory painted fender flares, running boards. Absolutely gorgeous truck right here. Obviously, if you're looking at this online, you know that these vehicles are very hard to come across with low miles. This truck has 92,000 original and documented miles. An absolutely impeccable Carfax history report on it, no accidents, very low owners. I believe it's a 2-owner vehicle. Clean and clear title in hand, in-house, ready to sign over. Before we got the vehicle in, there was absolutely zero previous paint work on the truck. These trucks are going up in value as they're getting near impossible to find. It's a classic body style Tahoe. We went through this truck. It came in as a beautiful truck. And being that, you know, if you're unfamiliar with us, first and foremost, go to our website. It's davisautosports.com. We're on the side of our 30,000 square foot facility. We do restorations, performance builds. We are a car dealer as well, first and foremost, but we're a pretty unique establishment. We get vehicles in and do a lot of work to them and make them that much nicer, and this is a prime example of what we did. And throughout this video, I'll go over a lot of what we did to the vehicle to make it that much nicer. I'm going to go ahead and do kind of an exterior condition report. Then I'll get into some detail of what we actually did. But I don't think you'll find a two-door Tahoe on the market as clean as this one. Absolutely beautiful condition. Now, this is a 96 model vehicle. It is pre-owned. Obviously 90,000 miles, so please expect very minor wear and tear. This truck has zero damage on it. Like I said, it is as nice as you're going to find on the market. So one thing I want to go through first and foremost that we did on the exterior of the vehicle before I get too ahead of myself is the entire vehicle has received our full paint correction service. Now, let me just tell you first and foremost before I get into detail with that, this front hood we painted. It had your typical little wear and tear issues on it, nothing major at all. This is the original hood. There's no Bondo on it, but if we're going to go through, and you'll see later on all the stuff that we did to it, if we're going to spend, you know, a month and a half on a vehicle making it as nice as we can make it without going overboard, then painting a panel or two on a vehicle sometimes makes all the difference in the world. So up front, you know, it had the older you know, oxidized lights, so all the lighting up front is all brand new on the vehicle. The chrome was already in excellent condition, as were the bottom hooks. So the front of the vehicle was so clean. We went ahead and painted the entire hood. Beautiful paint work on the hood. We went ahead and did little stuff like we painted the wiper arms. Those came off. They went in our sandblast cabinet, got sanded down. Fresh coat of flat black paint on that. Same thing with the side mirrors. But the rest of the vehicle received our paint correction service. If you're unfamiliar with that, it is a very tedious service. It took probably about 2.5–3 days on this truck. That is on our website to show you the process under our vehicle reconditioning page. Your end result, I'm shooting this in high definition, and that is a reflection of that tree right there. And we're shooting this is a black vehicle, and the end result of paint correction is a superb finish, as new as you're going to possibly get. And I would like to remind you guys, this is not aftermarket paint. This is the original paint on the vehicle, but that is the end result of true professional paint correction. So if you're not familiar with it, I'll give you a quick rundown of essentially what paint correction does. For you guys that know, I don't want to bore you, but just fast forward about a minute until I get past this part. On a vehicle, you have your primer, you have your base coat, which in this instance is black, and then you have your clear coat. All your imperfections on a vehicle, for the most part, are on top of the clear coat, which is a thick, clear protection layer that protects the color coat. So paint correction, what we do is, on a vehicle like this, we start off with 1,000 grit sandpaper, and we essentially sand away all the imperfections, and every nook and cranny gets done. A lot of people will do the main flat portions. We do the pillars. I mean, there's not one area that's not done. And the difference between doing the flat big areas and all these little tiny areas is a night and day difference, as far as how long it takes, the attention to detail, the different tools you have to use to rebuff it out. You can't use a big buffer on little areas like this, so there's a lot of expensive tools that need to get used, expensive products to do it right. And that's why it takes 2 to 3 days with 2 guys doing it. So first step, 1,000 grit sandpaper on the entire vehicle. Everything that has paint was sanded down with 1,000 grit. That takes a thick layer of clear coat off. Then we go back with 2,000 and 3,000, just like you would if you were sanding wood, to get that finished result. So once we end with the 3,000, we then compound the entire vehicle with a 3M stage 1 compound with a wool pad. That brings the clear coat kind of back to the first stage of life. From there, we use a 3M stage 2 polish the entire vehicle. Then we use we are located at Richmond Airport. That's the runway, so it's a cool thing, and sometimes annoying thing, but so after the stage 2 polish, we then do a full stage 3 ultra fine polish, which eliminates any swirl marks. Like I said, I mean, black paint, I mean, you can find 13 and 14 and 15 vehicle black paints that don't look this good on a truck. So after the ultra fine polish, the vehicle then gets a sealant put on it to maintain the shine. When water hits this, it literally beads off. So what you're left with is a lot of people in our videos and see our vehicles, do you repaint all your vehicles? It's the closest thing you could get to repainting a vehicle without repainting it, and the beauty of it is you're not repainting it. You're not taking away from the originality of the vehicle. The hood, there was no going back on. It just had imperfections, big chips up on the front. So certain panels you just want to paint, you don't want to battle with. And paint correction, just so you guys know, it doesn't do anything with rock chips, stuff that goes through the clear coat and through the base coat. It's not going to do anything with it. It's only going to do stuff that's on the surface of the clear coat, just so we're clear on that. So the entire vehicle was done, and like I said, your end result is beautiful paint that is as nice as you're going to ever get for what this paint is on this vehicle. I mean, the tailgate, everything, just absolutely gorgeous. Exterior wise, besides that, even though that was a lot of time between the new lights, painting the hood, paint correction, the mirrors, painting the trim, we got Michelin tires on here, 265, 75, 16. We went with a nice slightly larger than factory Michelin tire just to give it that nice classic look. We do have a second set of wheels and tires that could potentially go on this vehicle. Please see the eBay listing and look at the pictures. They're optional. It gives this truck a completely different look. It takes away from the classic original body style 2-door Tahoe and turns it into a more modernized sort of 2-door Tahoe. It's a set of 20-inch Super Sport Silverado wheels with 20-inch tires. Gives it a much sportier look. But, you know, some people like it, some people don't. Those are optional. Let us know if you guys are interested in that. I'll go ahead and show you this side of the truck. And what I do want to make clear too, guys, is please expect very minor wear and tear on this truck. I mean, just very small stuff that went through the paint that we can touch up easily. There was a little scratch right there that was touched up. There's a little hairline crack in the fender flare right there. Just little tiny stuff like that. We didn't repaint the vehicle. We didn't do a $10,000 paint job, so nothing's painted on it besides the hood. Here on the back, there's two little tiny areas there that were touched up. So no way a flawless truck, but for the year and miles, two little touch-up areas right there. But like I said, I highly doubt you'll find a Tahoe in existence that has this little bit of a wear. Right here, little areas right there, which you could get a little plastic rubber thing, but I hate those. So, but that's really it. All the handles are perfect. Usually they have cracks all the way around them. All the weather stripping around the vehicle is in great condition. So, you know, exterior, like I said, guys, it's as clean, as beautiful as you're gonna get. We did a lot of servicing to the truck as well. I'll have more information on that in the actual listing. And one other little thing to top off on the exterior is we put a full exhaust system on it. And we did the full, it's a Flowmaster, it's not the loud one, a nice little rumble to it. It's a cat back system. So we started from the back of the catalytic converter back. So all new tail piping, exhaust piping, muffler, diamond cut tip, which gives it a really nice sporty look, very classy. It doesn't stick out far from the side or anything, just a nice clean look. Has a factory tow hitch. So our big upgrade, if you will, or improvement on the vehicle comes from the inside of this truck as well. And all this stuff, guys, was done here in house. We have brand new carpet throughout the entire truck, brand new front leather seats. This is all done here in house. And also, just so you guys know too, the carpet throughout the whole entire truck has been done. And when we had this truck, everything came out, the seats, the center console, the whole nine. So we pretty much gutted the interior, new padding, new carpet, leather seats, absolutely beautiful, brand spanking new. They've been inside here for probably about a week or so. All new carpet. Now the back seats were in good condition, so we didn't redo those. We can absolutely do them if requested, but the amount of money it would increase on the vehicle, we didn't feel, you know, we weren't doing a full-blown restoration on this truck, so we figured the added cost wasn't worth it to the average buyer. But if you guys want it, we will be more than happy to do it. But those back seats are in great condition. There's no cracking or anything like that. New carpet. Another big thing that we did, and everything's double stitched as well, brand new headliner in the entire vehicle. We also did the rear speaker grills. We recovered those as well. We recovered the center console framing, and we did the sun visors, which, if you guys know about these vehicles, the sun visors are awful. These are leather sun visors. I will be honest with you, we're still having to do some framework around this to frame that up, but 10 times better than what was there. And we went with the leather just because it holds up much better, matches the seat and everything else. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the back, show you guys the back. New carpet in the back as well. There's a good little shot of the headliner. That's a massive headliner too. We do headliners in all of our vehicles that we sell. This is probably one of the biggest headliners we've ever done. Full-size spare. It's really nice getting into a vehicle of this age and smelling new carpet, new leather seats, new headliner. It's a very clean smelling vehicle, and it's one thing that you definitely notice when you're in it. We'll go ahead and take the truck on a quick test drive. All your power accessories work absolutely perfect on the truck. AC is blowing ice cold. Obviously a 4-wheel drive truck. Legendary 5.7 engine. This exhaust system is, in my opinion, just a perfect system for this truck. It's not loud at all. It's almost like factory, just a little bit more throatier. There's no drone whatsoever. Excuse the sun. But like I mentioned earlier, we are located at Richmond International Airport, so if you're wanting to pick the vehicle up, we'll be more than happy to pick you up from the airport. Here's the back of our facility, and as you see in the distance, there's a plane right up there just taking off. There's UPS loading up for the day, so we'll come pick you up from the airport in our golf cart. We also ship out anywhere from 20 to 30 cars a month all over the country. So if you're needing the vehicle shipped to you, we'll be more than happy to do so. So we didn't just go through this truck cosmetically on the exterior and interior to make it beautiful. We went through service-wise and did a bunch of stuff on it. I don't know everything off the top of my head that we did, but it will be included in the listing. We did a lot of small things too. For example, the hood latch, the first one that was in here was cracked, and a couple little vents had some cracks in them. So we actually did a lot of small little detail stuff that will probably get overlooked. But in no way did we do a full restoration. I don't want anyone to, get the truck and say, oh, well, there's this or that. I pointed out everything that we did, so expect all that stuff to be new. Perfect driving truck. Hands off the wheel, drives down the road straight as an arrow. We did service the brakes. We did more than service the brakes. We actually replaced some of the brake parts, but like I said, I'll go through the exact details in the listing. Very, very smooth acceleration. AC is ice cold, as mentioned earlier. Another thing that we actually did when we redid the seats as well is you can take a look at the cushioning inside here. We increased the cushioning in the seats as well. They get worn out after some time and everything else, so our upholstery guy in-house increased the cushioning on both seats as well, so it's very thick. Seats are very, very comfortable. Hearing any squeaking noise, it's just the leather right here rubbing against that. Another thing that just came to my mind that I would have forgotten unless I saw the seat is we put a brand new seat motor in the vehicle as well. So like I said, a lot of little things have been done. Here's a little shot of our shop. A lot of sport cars, restoration stuff that we're doing, a little bit of everything. So there you guys go. If you have any questions, 202-491-9929. Thank you.